It's just been exposed that there has been a brand new UFO encounter that happened with a US government plane, right? Last year, so it was September of 2024, that apparently this US government plane had a near miss with what is being dubbed as a football field-sized cylindrical UFO. This is absolutely mind-boggling, and there's even accounts now coming out about this entire situation. So let me give you a little bit of context. In September 2024, a US government plane, specifically a Beechcraft 350C, piloted by an airman identified only as, quote, Troy 21, narrowly avoided a collision with a football-sized dark grey cylindrical object while flying at 20,000 feet near Los Angeles, California. The incident occurred during a Department of Homeland Security mission focused on drug interdiction. The pilot reported the object passing just 10 feet under the plane's wing, moving at an estimated Mach 2 speed, and the encounter was captured in a leaked audio recording of the pilot's conversation with air traffic control, which was later reported on by News Nation. Now, we're going to dive into that interview in just a moment, but obviously this is absolutely mind-blowing because according to the pilot, after the initial near miss that took place, the object was detected then 60 miles away on radar, then abruptly reversed direction, quote-unquote, hopping back and forth by 50 miles towards the plane. This thing's basically just dancing around the sky in ways that we can't even fathom at around Mach 2 speed. So that's crazy, displaying erratic and high-speed movement uncharacteristic of conventional aircraft or drones. The air traffic controller reported the incident to the National UFO Reporting Center, and Ben Hansen, host of Discovery Plus's UFO Witness, analyzed the encounter and suggested that the object's speed ruled out it being a quote-unquote drone. So the pilot recently spoke publicly for the first time on News Nation, sharing the audio and details of the chilling experience that he had encountered. No official government statement has actually been confirmed, obviously, of the object's nature, and the incident remains under investigation as an unidentified aerial phenomena, or a UAP. The Pentagon's All-Domain Anomaly Resolution Office, otherwise known as AARO, has documented similar UAP cases in the past, but no evidence of extraterrestrial origin has been confirmed. Shock horror. This event adds to a series of reports of UAP sightings in 2024, including other pilot encounters on Oregon and New Jersey, fueling ongoing debates about airspace safety and unidentified objects. So obviously, this is kind of taken the world a little bit by storm because, first of all, it's a government craft, not just, a commercial airliner, let's say, which people typically would expect. And then there's also recorded audio footage from the time of this taking place with the pilot talking to ground traffic control, or air traffic control, sorry. Obviously, like I say, News Nation have got the footage. They've spoken to the person about it. We're going to take a little look at that now because that kind of adds a lot of validity and a lot of weight to this case.
As most people would say, a UFO kind of looks like a light formation in the distant sky, right? That's usually what we think. What they won't say, though, is that a UFO looks like a missile coming right for you in the cockpit. Unless, of course, they are crew members on board a Homeland Security flight over California. Those guys will tell you exactly what they saw, and it sure did not look or act of this world. A year ago, February, they took evasive action when a football-like Tic Tac came out of nowhere, heading straight for them. Thinking it was a missile, they ducked the aircraft to the left to avoid a head-on collision and raised the right wing so that the thing could pass right underneath them. And while they reported it right away, they did not talk about it publicly until now. Here is an animated recreation of the sighting with the actual audio of the encounter attached.
Troy 21, go ahead.
It's not weird, but I just had something pass underneath my wing, maybe like a football-sized object right underneath our wing.
Troy 2-1, Roger. Do you think it was a drone or?
I have no idea. I got my sensor operator looking for it on the camera right now. We'll see if we can find it. But it's like a dark gray cylindrical object, and it was probably the size of a football, and it passed maybe 10 feet under our right wing.
Troy 2-1, Roger. Thank you for the report. Keep me advised if you find anything else out.
Yeah, we'll do. We're looking for it now.
So obviously, straight off the bat, I got that part wrong at the beginning. I said it was a football field size. It's actually the football. So obviously, it's a lot smaller than that. But it's still massively concerning, because you'd think, obviously, these planes have obviously got a lot of radars, especially with a government aircraft pinging all over the place. This thing would have been picked up. It would have been detected. Even the air traffic control don't know what it is, because they would have been like, oh yeah, that was X, Y, and Z if they'd reported it. And that is kind of concerning to a degree when you think about it, that this thing wasn't picked up by any radars, and then you've got also the context of it bouncing around like by miles, literally like miles, just hopping, as quoted, hopping through the sky. So, you know, when you put all of this into together, it's just a melting pot of what on earth?
We got that animation from Ben Hansen, who's the host of UFO Witness on Discovery Plus. The people on that plane vouched for that animation, saying that is exactly what the incident looked like. Ben just interviewed a crew member, and Ben is here with me now live to talk about it. Holy cow. Wow, Ben, first of all, kudos to you for getting a crew member to talk, because that's one of the hardest things in this whole mystery, right, is to get somebody who's an actual witness to describe it, especially a reliable witness like these guys. But it's amazing that they described what they saw as thinking it was a surface-to-air missile.
Yeah, so it was actually that first News Nation breaking news that we did with you that got them to connect with me. And I wanted to verify, because there is no video actually of this. They did try to attempt to video this with a camera that sits underneath the nose and the belly, but they didn't have time. I mean, this thing basically came at them at a 1 or 12 o'clock position, and first appeared as a glint, like a flash. And then in an instant, the pilot had looked down at what they call the TCAS, which is their scope that tells them other air traffic in the area, didn't see anything, looks back up. And within that about 2 seconds, the thing has closed the distance so quickly that he instinctively reacts. In his mind, he's thinking someone is shooting a surface-to-air missile at us. So he takes evasive action.
Okay, so then the next thing that's fascinating about that video, if we were to play the whole thing out long, is that these pilots are communicating with the ground and saying, this thing turned around and started coming back for us. That's my very inarticulate way of describing it. But tell me what they said happened when the thing, the Tic Tac, whatever it is, came back for them.
So forgive the crudity of the model, but I didn't have time to have my animator redo the video. So here we have a model that's not the real plane, right, the type, but it's flying along. And as this Tic Tac is a jelly bean, actually, is heading towards them, they instinctively turn off the autopilot. So this sets off an alarm, instantly wakes up all the crew, what's going on, and banks to the left. Okay, so he pops up this wing enough because he thinks he's in a collision with this object. It passes, he believes, either directly under him or slightly off. It continues on behind them. So he gets the sensor operator involved, and they have a very sophisticated radar on board. See if you can find this thing. Well, that's where they believe they tracked an object, their same altitude, 20,000 feet, 60 miles behind them. In a couple of seconds, that object then jumps to about 20 miles closer to them, back to 30 or 40, and then again to 10. It's like it's playing hopscotch back and forth, and they have no idea what this is.
Right? Now, how can Arrow look at this? Well-credited people from government, right? Government aircraft pilots, and say, yeah, they're lying. We don't know what this is. How? Like, I don't know. I mean, crazier things have happened, but for it to be jumping around within seconds and different distances and stuff like this, it's nothing that we've got that is capable of doing that I'm aware of, at least. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. While you're down there, jump scare the hell out of that like button and subscribe. And until next time, I'll speak to you later. Peace.